This is for the narcissistic Aries. This is for those of you who are dealing with the narcissistic Aries. And if you are, I wish you the best of luck with that one. This could be a narcissistic ex. This could be a narcissist Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, who you're still in a relationship with, who you still have feelings for, who you're trying to figure out how to manage and possibly break away from. As always, if this is a psychotic narcissistic personality, I would advise you to get help. And I'm not advising you to do anything that might ultimately disrupt into violence, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist. So this is for the narcissist, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're going to look at the overall karmic energy with dealing with the Aries narcissist right now. Don't forget that ultimately, especially with Aries, if you're dealing with a narcissistic Aries, we're talking about someone who is ultimately, with all narcissists, but highly insecure. And when someone's insecure, they're incapable of sincerity, managing their emotions, and even thoughts. So this is for the Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus narcissist. What's the karmic energy associated with the Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus narcissist right now? We have the battle. This is Leo Aries energy. We have the Elling King, Leo Virgo energy, and we have silence. It's odd because I've seen these cards before a few weeks ago. So I'm getting with these cards, we have the battle. I'm not sure if you can see that. These two soldiers fighting. Don't forget that the ruler of Aries is Mars, and this is the god of war, battle, and conflict. We have the Elling King. And finally, we have silence. This looks very much to me, this is Gemini Pisces energy, by the way, that I'm getting that the Aries is worn out or worn down. You could have a lot of the Aries who ultimately, Aries narcissistic personalities who ultimately might be in a fit or a state of wanting to do better, wanting to get better, seeking out help. They might be at a point where they may feel something is off or wrong. They may feel out of control and wanting to get themselves back in control or back on track, not wanting to really hurt or damage, but also going through type of power struggle, going through types of power struggle within themselves or conflicts within themselves of lashing out, of being very aggressive, vocally very aggressive, argumentative, and then feeling bad about it later. Inner conflict and turmoil with the Aries narcissistic Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So that's the karmic energy right now, feeling at odds with oneself. So how can you better manage the energy or what's going on with the Aries narcissist? This could be an ex. This could be someone you're in a relationship with again. Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries, or Venus narcissist. More than likely it's a person who you still think about or have feelings for. We have the Four of Swords again. This is the same energy as this. I'm just going to show you this. So again, feeling worn out, feeling depleted, feeling like they got to find a better way to do things. Or this could be the calm after the storm, after they've lost their temper, after they've acted out in some very, I feel like a very profound measure that they've taken, and now they could be feeling satisfied also with something that they've just done, but it seems quite aggressive. And then on we have two fours, we have the Four of Wands. Wanting stability. I feel like a lot of Aries narcissistic personality are in a situation where they want to change. They want to change. That could just be temporary, but they want peace and they want to level out their life in some way. Let's see what else is coming out. They're tired of all these negative experiences. They're tired of the destruction. They're tired of being let down. They're tired of the losses. They're tired of losing people out of their lives who they cared about, and they're trying to understand themselves and why they're acting out in this way and the losses that it's bringing to them. I feel like it's a child who, again, has had a temper tantrum. Have you seen those kids who go absolutely wild? They exert all this energy and force, and then they pass out afterwards because they've just had a fit or a temper. I feel like it's something like this. I'm not saying that they're childish. This just came out. We have the Nine of Cups. Well, we have this in reverse. I don't do reversals. This is the Chariot. So they might be coming up with a way to feed a story that they're doing better or they're getting better, or yeah, they're doing better, they're getting better, they're feeling better, they won't do it again. It seems to be, honestly, like they want it to be this way. I'm not sure if it is this way. But I feel like who's ever dealing with the Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus has had it. And perhaps they are losing someone close to them through more of their fault than the other person's. And they're trying to convince the person that they can do better, that they will do better. But I feel like the person who they've been involved with do not want to give them any more chances. They're fed up. They're fed up. You know, therefore the Aries narcissistic personality, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus can be putting on a face where they are trying to show that they're very calm and composed, but I feel like inside they're boiling and they are having a hard time of controlling this. We have Major Arcana, the Magician. This is a very Aries energy, by the way. And we have the Four of Cups on here on this side, which is kind of representing the outside energy. So again, this feels like someone who's just like, I've had this. I've had it, Aries. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not putting up with your control. I'm not putting up with this anymore. They may be losing out, but then on the other side, it feels like they could be constructing something else behind the scenes as well. Like, I'm not going to take that. That was a Chariot, but I'm not going to take that. We already have the Chariot here. But they can also be setting up something behind the scenes, a new partner, a new situation for them without you, if you do decide to walk away. So if you're saying that you're going to walk away, you want to be, if you're actually saying this to your Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, that you're going to leave them, that you've had it, that you're not putting up with it anymore, then you probably want to be serious about it before you start to say it. Because I feel like they're also going to act on it, even if they're telling you to your face that they want to stay with you. That they're making plans in the background. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands. So again, this is like, this is braced between the Four of Swords, which we have 2 times, and the Wands. So this is like, believe me, I know my problem now with this Ace of Swords. I know what I'm doing wrong. I know what I've done wrong with the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Chariot. This is like, I can fix it. I will fix it. Just wait a minute. I can fix this. I won't do it again. I won't behave that way again. You can believe me. It's going to be fixed, and we're the outside energy. This could be with work. This does not have to be a partner. It can be also in a work situation with the Magician here, Major Arcana. it's like having the ability to temporarily put on a good face or temporarily behave in a way that's more acceptable than they have been behaving. But in the end, with the Seven of Wands here, there's still a lot of inner turmoil with the Seven of Wands, and also with this Battle card. There's still all this turmoil that's still there, even if they're putting on a face that is not, or they're behaving better. I don't see where they may have a plan on where they're falling down, or where they have this deficiency in themselves, in their character, in ego structures. I don't know how you want to say it, but it's like something that they are having really hard time overcoming. So let's see finally what you can do to manage this. We have the Chariot again. So this is like the third time the Chariot has tried to come. We have the Chariot that came up again, guys, here. I'm getting you probably need to, if you're telling them you're going to leave, then you should follow through. Because it's just like with anything like that, it's going to only get worse if you threaten to leave and then you don't. We have Major Arcana Death. And finally, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is what you could do to finally cope or manage your narcissist, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You know, the longer you stay there and put up with anything that looks like abuse, I'm not saying it has to be physical abuse, but any type of behavior that's disrespectful, insulting, degrading, rude, what do you like, drama, a lot of unnecessary drama, behavior that's causing stress with this Eight of Swords, and then complaining about it in a way, but not really reacting with the Chariot here twice, not really taking any definitive steps to stop it. It won't stop. It won't stop. It won't end with the Major Arcana Death here. It won't end. It's like you will have to, one of you's with this Chariot on each side. Somebody's going to make the move to end this with death in the middle. Is it going to be you or them? So it doesn't mean necessarily walking away or into the relationship, because you cannot always end relationships with people in your life or in your sphere. Sometimes they're your kids, sometimes they're your parents, sometimes they're family members or people who are close to you. Doesn't mean that you can just walk away, but it probably means something about making it clear what you will accept and not accept, and following through. It's your responsibility to follow through. Because as long as you let it go on and not see really any true formative long-term changes, not just temporary, it will continue. So let's see what the final advice is for those of you who are dealing with the Aries narcissist, the narcissist in your life who you probably still care about, or you're still dealing with. It could be a narcissist ex, narcissistic. Let's see. It's a good tarot. I'm going to go. I got that for the last one. That is so odd. It's the Queen of Air. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to pull one more. This is dealing with setting up boundaries. Let's pull one more. And we have the King of Water. Very interesting. So the Queen of Air is about setting up boundaries and making your boundaries clear. Let me show you that because it's such a pretty card. And let's go ahead and read the King of Water. So for the King of Water, we have generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener, non-judgmental, peacemaker, mediator. I honor and respect all beings, including myself, and see the commonalities we share and the spirit that is in all of us. I listen to other voices and blend them with my own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness into harmonious collaboration. It is possible that you can get your narcissistic Aries to take on more of these qualities. But again, I feel like they understand all these things with the Magician here, also with the Chariot here, also with the Nine of Cups. but it's very hard with this karmic card of battle for them to constantly do this. They can behave good. They can behave in a way that's ideal, respectful, some of the time, but it's very hard for them to do it all of the time. So it's more about them, possibly it could be them also taking classes or getting help, getting counseling. Perhaps you can, with the Queen of Air, you can convince them with this combination that this is something that they need to do if they want to continue in a relationship of any kind with you. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there. Boy, these readings are kind of hard, but very interesting for me as well, guys. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.